All right, what's going on, guys? Uh,
It's not Facebook,
I know it's not Facebook.
so you can't do a hashtag.
No, no hashtag replay. That's why I stopped. I was like, anyway,
What up?
you don't even know why I wanted to do this, do you?
No, you just told me you're doing
Yeah,
it.
didn't even get time to get prepared. I didn't even tell
Kind
him
of seems
why.
like most of the decisions we make.
All right, so one thing I put on there was no more twin flame.
I saw the
That
title.
was what I labeled it, and I wanted to talk about that because when we did this channel, we had labeled it Twin Flame because we wanted to target a specific audience of people who could understand what we were talking about. But the thing and also we needed those people to resonate in some way with the message that we were saying and what we were trying to say. We couldn't come out and just be like, "Hey, we're talking to all these people out here that are just all things and no things all at once and no label."
Conscious, right?
Yeah. So we started this way, but I can't keep going that way. Like there has to be this line that is drawn where we understand that twin flame is just a name that is given to an exact frequency code match of yourself.
To give us like an idea, it's supposed to give us a label.
Right. But when you label something, you limit it. So we don't want to be labeled. We don't want to go down that path and label ourselves to limitation to only that select group of people because our message is for all of humanity. It's not for just one select group or anything.
Yeah, but the people pick twin flames because it's just easier to talk to those people. Even though the message is to get everybody to find their flames, it's just
No, and let's not
it's
even call it flames. Find your match, your other half,
yeah,
the
your
missing
other
piece of you,
yeah.
the exact replica of you, the person of you that desired the same thing as you, or created the same thing, or felt the same way, and sees life the same way. You have the same perception and the same visions and goals, things like that. Um, but there was another message that was coming from this, and it was the one that I was trying to share that kind of like swiped off the screen and
Mm-hmm.
ran away on me.
Yeah, Facebook will do that to you sometimes.
Yeah, it does that, but it never like takes the
Fuck
screen
technology.
and runs away with the actual screen. Anyway, what I was doing in that post was talking about what's happening right now because a lot of us are feeling it and we're going through it. There's a great purge happening within the Great Spirit that is
Trigger City.
it's not even Trigger City. It's get rid of. It's show the light, show the truth, show transparency. Let the world see who the demons are and what they look like. Let them fall into the pits that they have created, as the rest that are pure stay standing through all of this that is happening. So everyone, some of you that are watching this and that have cleansed your mirror, that have gone through the process of really cleaning out all that is in you, that the program and your environment and everything that you've ever went through that's clouding you. um I just forgot where I was at. You know it was coming. I saw it look at your face.
I was waiting for you to continue.
Yeah, I know. All right, so let me go back through this. The great purge is happening. So if you are, a lot of people right now are dealing with betrayal, dealing with their relationships falling apart. I said this what was it, a couple months ago when I said your twins are uniting right now.
It's like 3 months ago.
Every all of the people that are cleansed and ready for this moment, you're uniting. And if you weren't with your person that you were supposed to be with this shift happens, then that relationship is falling apart. And that relationship could be a 20-year relationship, and you think everything is fine, and then all of a sudden, like, boom, gone. Everything is gone because it is ripping it away from you. God will not let you grow fruit in a garden that someone else is trying to poison, around people that are trying to poison your garden. So it's removing the poison for
Yeah.
you. And you have to know that that is for the greatest and highest good for us all, not just for yourself, for all of us. And you have to not hold on to that
Can't.
thing that it's trying to remove. It's trying to get it out of your life because it's going to cause you more turmoil, more pain, and it's going to drag you into the pits of hell with it. And so it's trying to remove that from you so that you can rise, ascend, transcend. If you hold on to it, then that's your own fault, and
Don't let
you're
your
going to deal with the consequences of that.
don't let your ego get in the way. Your ego is gonna stop you. What's comfortable is gonna, if it goes against what you're used to, that's your ego telling you to, no, don't do this. Your body is just not ready for it. It's not used to it. Like,
And
that's your
the ego is
ego.
only trying to protect you.
Yeah, your ego. That's all your body ever does. Your mind is there to look for your brain is there to keep the best intentions for yourself. That's what it's meant to have you survive. So everything that goes against making your brain think it's not going to survive or makes you uncomfortable is just going to trigger you to make you want to stay in a specific state. Hence, when things get weird or things don't go the way you expect it, or people aren't who they turned out to be, or you got yourself a little bit too involved with a project that now you can't get out of, the only way to do it is to burn the relationship. It's like your body, you have to kind of go through that shit. And the only thing that's just going to stop you is that ego, is your own brain. So you have to learn right now, out of any time in human history, to be able to learn to cut it off immediately. And
You have
that's
to
the
let go.
problem
You
that everyone's going to go through is no one has been taught how to do that. And even if you have been taught, nobody still wants to do it because it doesn't feel good. It doesn't feel good going through it. But it's a necessity to thrive.
the let go has to happen.
It has to happen.
You this is what I talk about in one of my formula videos, is that you have created a formula for your life, and the moment that you change one of the pieces in that formula, the outcome changes. The equal sign, what's after the equal sign, it changes. And so therefore the formula was all the ingredients that gave you the equation of where you are. And some of those ingredients could be people, circumstances, anything. And so it's going to pull it out of there. You created it leaving, changing your desire, or changing your frequency, and now it doesn't match, so it has to leave. It can't stay in the presence of what it does not match. Nothing can.
Every time you raise your frequency, it's not just going to happen in your own body. Anyone that's not at that doesn't understand your frequency is going to weed themselves out by default
Yeah.
too.
So you can have people in your life or in your environment that have found you that are not your match, that have manipulated their way into your frequency field.
Using words,
But here's the
using
thing. Yeah, go ahead.
using words, using materialistic shit to blind you from that.
Yeah, but here's the thing, is that when they pull you into that field, they're not a vibrational match with you. It doesn't match. So what happens, and you've witnessed this many times already, when those demons, I call them, and let me clarify that, when I'm talking about a demon, it's not the person, it's the thing in the person. Anyway, um
You're not good at transitioning. When you're trying to tell, when you're trying to break something down, and you forget where you're at.
yeah, because there's so much in there, and I can't break my concentration from a channel that I'm seeing,
Uh,
because I don't speak words, I speak
it
vision.
was about getting. Um, I said that the only thing that they use to get inside of your frequency.
Oh,
field-
it's a frequency match, or it's not.
yeah.
So even if they manipulate their way into your field, they can't stay there. Like I said, only thing that can stay is what you match with vibrationally. And so that's how you protect yourself. The higher you rise, you stay away from all of the low vibrations and the negativity and all these things that are happening.
And the people that tend to become the first notable people in your life that don't match your frequency are your friends and family. You quickly
First noticeable people? Is that what you meant? Okay.
First people you'll notice that don't match your frequency is your family or your friends. I mean that's not the case for everybody. I mean
That's what you'll realize when you wake
for
up.
me was my family is negative and I was always positive and I had these dreams and they said I couldn't do it and that they limited themselves because that was just a limit in their own head. I believed I could. I went off did my own thing, got conscious, found out of truths about everything, and now they don't get it.
And you'll
We
notice that
don't we don't collide. We
if
don't
you're
match.
forced to stay in an environment with
You
that does
eventually
not
come to it.
vibrational match, it becomes this with whatever you're in the
Yeah,
environment with. You
you
just do
butt
this.
heads. It's like the perfect. I don't want to say the perfect example, but it's like going to a job you don't like, or going to a job that you don't like, and the people there you don't like. You think it's normal to go into areas where you don't fit in. You think that's normal. It's not normal. Like you could be like you could be a thug, right? And you're always hard. You're always just like I'm the best. I'm whatever. And then you go to a job full of nice people, right? You go to people who are always happy and always just looking at everything. And your frequency is I'm thug. I'm a hard person. I can do this. That's not your frequency. Hence, you're not going to match with them, and you're always going to feel uncomfortable. Or when a nice person, vice versa, goes into a dark area where everybody's all rugged or really sketchy, like it's to all the sketchy people in that area, they're all homies and they're all cool. But to that one person that's not there, that's never been there, they feel weird. The frequency's not the same. It's like that's hopefully that makes sense, but that's just an example.
Yeah, it
You
makes
just
sense.
yeah, your frequency's not there. You get that weird feeling like something's off. This isn't right.
Well,
That's your
it's
frequency not matching the surrounding around you.
well. Here's the thing: there is an energy map all over the world, and most people don't. I don't know anybody else that I've never met anyone that sees it. I see it, but this map, if you looked at it, it would be like looking at Google Maps mixed with the currents of wind all over the world. You can see the energy map. These pathways of energy are like currents, and they have attached to them feelings. And so, and a lot more than that. Like, there's a lot more to it. But you could be driving down the road, be happy as fuck, drive through a current that is tainted with negativity, and then all of a sudden be upset or be mad or be frustrated and not understand why that happened because you fell into that field. You went through that field. We're constantly emitting this energy off of us, and it's going into these currents, and we're all sharing these currents.
Yep. So you gotta learn to dodge currents. Let them flow around you. Go past you.
Recognize them. You don't. You can't dodge them. There's no way to dodge what
You could
is
dodge them once you
there.
recognize them.
You dodge the environment, but the currency goes everywhere. It goes
Right.
into every environment. Here's an example. You have, say, three communities beside each other. One is poor, one is middle class, one is wealthy. These three communities are not just communities that are represented by their money. It's the mind, it's the state of mind that they're in that causes the state of environment that they're in.
They tend to all think the same.
Yeah. And so if you have protected yourself with all of your energy and you've kept away from the currents and all of this and you resonate very high and you keep all of that away from you and then you go into one of the environments, one of those states of being that does not match because you did not listen to yourself, you then are at the mercy of the state of frequency that you're in. It's going to affect you however it affects everybody else there.
Yep.
So you could end up in a world of shit dealing with things that you don't have to deal with because you walked into a state of being that did not match you. You did not listen to yourself. The only time you ever find turmoil in life is when you don't listen to yourself. Yourself doesn't want you in pain. Your higher self isn't going to direct you to fucking pain.
Yep.
You do that. Your higher self doesn't do that.
You track that to your own
Yeah. So
15%.
basically, one was to let you know we're not going to do the labels anymore. You guys can label yourself all you want to. You can limit yourself all you want to. Have fun with that. We're not doing it. The other thing was this purge that's happening. You have to let go, guys. We can. Let's just telling this him. We as a collective can only move this shift as fast as our slowest link.
It's military right there.
We have to move. So you If you are not letting go, if you are not not letting it move itself out of here, you're stalling all of us. You're stalling the shift that you're so fucking eager to have in your life and see and witness. You are stalling it. So don't stall that. We need everyone moving as fast as possible. It means if you're triggered, get fucking triggered, figure it out, cleanse it, purge, move on with yourself.
And don't let your ego in the way.
Yeah. And if you are sitting there fighting with your supposed what you think is twin, it's not your fucking twin. Move on.
Move out.
Back up and move out.
Leave.
Move
Stop
on.
wasting your
Because
energy.
that, yes, you're depleting the energy of us all. Because we can't act and say, you know what, I'm acting just for me. Or my actions are just affecting me. We can't do that because it's not just affecting us. It's affecting every fucking one of us. So when one of us makes a decision or makes a choice and does something, it's detrimental or amplifying to all of us as a collective. So when you guys are out there and you're not actually letting go, you're not doing your work. Your work is to here. Your work is not to do anything out there right now. That's coming. Right now, your work is inside. Cleanse yourself, purge yourself, trigger yourself, get rid of your venom suit, get rid of everything that pains you or bothers you so that you can be prepared, so that we can all be prepared. But you have to let go.
And that's going to be the hardest thing. It could be easy or it could be hard. It all depends
Your
on what
self
you're
work is
looking
going to
at.
be the hardest thing that you do throughout this entire shift
It is the
because you have to face all of your bullshit.
and no one has been taught how to do that. And when you're doing something new, you're always uncomfortable.
Yeah, and if you don't have a support system, it can be even worse. And to top it off, not having someone to resonate with or talk to about the things that you talk about, because the system and program has got us to fear speaking up. Throw you in a mental hospital. Don't you dare talk something other than the program.
People don't like it, but fuck them. They ain't awake.
No, it's not even that. You if you're out there and you are dealing with this, or you're, I know you're dealing with it. We're all dealing with it. We're all going through it.
That's why you're watching
But you're out there and you don't have an environment that's supportive. You don't have someone that you can resonate with and talk to about these things. You think that what you talk about is normal to you is crazy and absurd to all these other people, and they look at you different. Come talk to us. There's not shit that you can say to me to surprise me at all.
We're creating something for that to happen.
Yeah. If you would like to collaborate and play and create with us, let's do that too. But we need everyone to get to that level of being prepared for the moment.
The shift is gonna happen.
It's happening very fast, and everything's
And-
getting ripped away that's not supposed to be there.
And
I have watched not only us, but other people that we are very close to have everything that was not of good taking away, because that great spirit gives us all vision so that we can create that heaven on earth, and then other things come in trying to make it not that, and the great spirit is not going to allow that to happen.
Yep.
So it will remove it.
Just be ready, because you're gonna be going through some new shit. You're gonna start seeing. You're gonna start feeling different things in your head. You're gonna see a different way of life. And if you don't take care of the issues now, they're only gonna be amplified later. Because eventually, truth will be the only language you know. And for those
I
of you-
encourage you to speak truth.
And if you hide from the truth, for those of you that are hiding from truths or just
You can only
running
hide for
away
so
from
long.
them, it's going to come back on you tenfold.
Yeah.
The truth will always come out on top. So if you have something to prove, if you have something to get out of you,
You need to
you
get
need
it
to
out.
tell somebody something, you need to get rid of somebody, you need to do something, now's the time to do it. Because it will hurt you 10 times more, 100 times more when this shift happens. So you're either going to learn a lesson or you're going to go through it and be like, thank God I did it early and I'm good now.
Yeah.
Like I don't have to go through all the pain and bullshit everyone else is going to go through, all the other billions of people that aren't going to be there.
That are not paying attention. They're not listening.
Be like us. Just get rid of them.
What?
I say be like us. Get rid of the things that
Oh,
would
okay.
be the truth. Not the humans.
I
Not like no. No.
Be gone. That's how I feel about the demons. Be gone, demon.
Humanity.
No. One thing that I was talking about earlier when it comes to the demons, I'm very direct and forward in the things that I say and how I say it, and when
Very.
and I see these demons, these little parasites that are inside of people. I see them clearly. And
We see you.
so when it comes out and I go directly at it with no remorse whatsoever, because I'm not going to, what people have to understand is that I'm not speaking to you, to their vessel. Calm down. I am pulling the demon out of you. That's it.
Waking you the fuck up.
But yeah, we done went we go left all the time. Anyway, fucking cleanse yourself. Get ready. Let go.
Do it.
Transcendence only happens to the weightless. You have to let go.
Do your research.
Research? What? What are they researching?
Like me. I don't know. Just go search something. Let Jesus take the wheel.
Oh my god.
Let Jesus take the wheel. Don't do it. He's a horrible driver.
He doesn't drive.
You're a better driver, I promise.
All right, guys.
Just let go.
Yeah. Is that it?
Cut.
It
Done.
out.
Goodbye.
Bye.